Most people fail with grapes before they ever taste a single fruit, not because grapes are hard to grow, but because one early mistake silently ruins the vine for years. Grapevines, remember how you treat them in the beginning. If you start them wrong, they struggle forever. If you start them right, they reward you for decades. This guide is about doing it right from the first cut to the final harvest, using methods that align with nature instead of fighting it. This is nature's blueprint, so we are not chasing quick results. We are building vines that live long, fruit heavily, and improve with age. Why grapevines are different from most garden plants. Grapevines are woody perennials, not seasonal crops. Once established, they can produce for 30 to 50 years. That means every decision you make early on compounds over time. Soil preparation, spacing, pruning structure, and training system matter more than fertilizers or sprays later. Grapes thrive on neglect once mature, but they demand precision in the first 2 years. Choosing the right grapevine from the start. Success begins with selecting a vine suited to your climate. Cold regions need hardy varieties. Warm regions benefit from heat-tolerant cultivars, and humid areas require disease-resistant types. Always choose dormant bare root vines if possible. They establish faster and, adapt better than potted vines. Healthy vines have firm, light-coloured roots and a strong central cane. Avoid vines with dried roots or mouldy wood. One good vine will honestly outperform 3 weak ones. Soil preparation really is the thing that determines everything. Grapes, they absolutely hate wet feet even more than poor soil, believe it or not. So, honestly, drainage matters more than fertility. Now, before you get planting, you'll want to loosen the soil at least 2 feet deep and 2 feet wide. If you're dealing with heavy clay, it's important to amend it with coarse compost and sand, just to prevent waterlogging. And do not overfeed the soil. Too much nitrogen, well, it just creates lush leaves and, unfortunately, weak fruiting. Grapes, really do prefer lean soil that forces their roots to dig deep. That's actually why old vineyards tend to thrive in places where vegetables just, fail. When you plant grapevines, make sure the root crown sits just above the soil level. Burying them too deep, it can suffocate the vine. For backyard growing, it's best to space your vines about 6 to 8 feet apart. Crowding them, honestly, just reduces airflow and invites disease down the line. After planting, it's important to water deeply, using about 2 gallons of water per vine. This really helps to settle the soil around the roots. Do not fertilize at planting. It's best to let the roots establish before you push for any growth. The first year is all about roots, not grapes. Honestly, the biggest beginner mistake is allowing grapes to form in year 1. Remove all flower clusters immediately. This, forces the vine to put its energy into roots and structure rather than fruit. So you'll want to train a single strong shoot upward and remove all the others. This shoot, well, it becomes the trunk. Tie it loosely to a stake or trellis as it grows. By the end of the first year, you want a thick, healthy trunk, not grapes. Training systems can really make or break productivity. The simplest system for home growers is the horizontal cordon. Once the trunk reaches the desired height, usually about 3 to 4 feet, allow 2 side shoots to grow horizontally in opposite directions. These become the permanent arms. Grapes fruit on 1-year-old wood. This means, proper pruning each winter really determines next season's harvest. Without pruning, vines become tangled forests with little fruit. Watering strategy that, builds resilience. Deep, infrequent watering trains roots to grow downward. On the other hand, shallow watering creates weak surface roots. During the first year, water once or twice a week, depending on heat, delivering 2 to 3 gallons per vine each time. Once established, grapevines need surprisingly little water. Overwatering leads to bland fruit and disease pressure. Stress, within reason, improves flavour and sugar concentration. Natural feeding without ruining the vine is, really important. If you choose to feed, use gentle, diluted inputs. A simple compost tea works well. Just add 1 cup of finished compost to 5 gallons of water, stir well, let it sit for about 12 hours, and then apply to the soil only. Never pour fertilizer directly against the trunk. Avoid high nitrogen feeds after the first year, as they create excess leaf growth at the expense of fruit. Pruning is where most people quit. Winter pruning feels aggressive, but grapes demand it. You'll need to cut away up to 90% of last year's growth. Summer pruning is lighter. Just remove excessive shoots that are blocking airflow and sunlight. Grapes need sun on their leaves, not necessarily on the fruit, to ripen properly. Disease prevention without chemicals is honestly much more achievable than you might think. Airflow is your best defense. Proper spacing and pruning reduce mildew naturally. Morning sun dries leaves quickly, preventing fungal build-up. It's really one of those simple things that makes a big difference. Mulch lightly, but keep mulch away from the trunk to avoid rot. It's a small detail, but it truly helps keep your plants healthy. Healthy vines, resist pests better than stressed ones. Most problems, honestly, come from poor pruning, overcrowding, or overwatering. So, when should you expect your first real harvest? Well, year 2 may produce a small crop, but year 3 is when grapes really begin to shine. From then on, production increases every year, as long as pruning is done correctly. A mature vine can produce anywhere from 20 to 40 pounds of grapes each season. That's decades of delicious fruit, all from a single planting. Now, why do grapes align so perfectly with nature's blueprint? Well, grapevines truly reward patience, discipline, and a genuine respect for natural cycles. You know, they do not respond well to shortcuts, but they truly thrive when guided, not forced. Once established, they produce reliably with minimal inputs, making them, honestly, one of the most powerful perennial food plants you can grow. If you want a plant that grows stronger every year instead of burning out soil, well, grapes definitely belong in your garden. If this guide helped you see grape growing differently, subscribe to Nature's Blueprint, share this with someone starting a garden, and, grow food that lasts longer than trends.